and I don't wanna fall down. Ain't enough, I gotta give my all down. Think you tough, but you can't knock it all down. Private stuff so you don't see me all down.
Alright guys, welcome to another video. So today, I'm going to be changing on my PSU. A power supply unit is in charge of powering all the components of the computer and changing wall power to PC power. Yeah, we're going to be changing this thing out right here. This thing has been giving me problems ever since I got this computer, ever since it's been in that case.
Hello there.
Because this is the original case that it came in. I bought this as a pre-built and upgraded almost every part. The only original part left on this computer is the power supply. So that's what we're going to be swapping out today. I picked up this 750 watt power supply from Amazon. Rosewill. I don't know if I'm saying their name right.
No.
80 plus gold. It's on sale right now. I'll link it. It's 750 watts, way more than I need. The one I have is 600 watts. I'll tell you later why I'm doing that. So let's get this in the PC. But first, look at this desk, bro. We are not gonna do anything on a dirty desk, alright? So firstly, let me go ahead and ingest 1, 2, and a 3. Alright guys, looking pretty clean. Now before we get anything disassembled, I'm gonna first show you the problems I have with this PSU. So you can go to power on like so. Hold up. Okay, it's already giving me problems. I haven't even turned it on. See, this is the first problem. It doesn't even want to work anymore. I gave up.
I am the glob glob gab gal.
Alright, you can go to power it on like so. And if you just were to, you know, just tap this little cord right here. This thing is overly sensitive. So look what happens when I just nudge it. I just nudged it a little bit and it turns off. Any type of slight movement just turns it off, the entire thing. And that is a big problem because I can be trying to play the game, do work, edit, and you know, it just goes off. So this is a much needed upgrade, or really fix, if you want to call it an upgrade. It's really a fix than anything, because this PSU is just giving up on life. So when you're doing an upgrade, make sure, or really anything to your computer, this is common sense, but I'm just gonna say it anyways, make sure to unplug everything. We're gonna try to get this case on its side, and to be honest, I don't even have to put it on its side since I'm just replacing this power supply. So we're gonna get this little screw off, pop it up, pop it out. This is the back. I gotta get my screwdriver. Fudge. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead, unscrew this, get this out. Just like so. These weren't even in all the way, don't ask me why. Now we got access to the back. As you can see, this is not a modular power supply at all. Like I said, it's the original power supply that came with the pre-built. So this thing is pretty old. Like I said, it came with the original pre-built. It doesn't really have a rating. I don't know its rating. It's unknown. I don't even know where it came from. Yeah, as you can see, this is going to be a lot of work. All right, boys, we're back. We're on the front now. So first things first, we're going to disconnect all of these extension cables holding this thing in. We're going to start with the easiest, GPU. Make sure you always wiggle. Don't wiggle too hard. There you go. This is probably going to be the hardest, but we're going to do the CPU next. Okay, I'm going to have to put down the camera. With a little bit of magic, I got all the cords out. Wiggle, 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 as they say. Now, we're going to go flip it around to the back. And like I said, since this is a modular, this will be saving a lot of space by switching to an actual modular PSU where you don't have to use all of the cables at once. You see down here, this isn't being used. None of this is being used down here, just taking up space. But with a modular, you can pick and choose which cords you need to use and plug it into the PSU rather than just have all of them out at once. So it's gonna look way more spacious back here after this. Now we just need to pull this. I'm gonna get it unstuck, chat. God, why is it so stubborn? Okay, there we go. Get that out. Get all these cords out the way. I did not feel like making this video, I'm not gonna lie. But this upgrade is much needed. So let's just go ahead and honor this old crusty modular PSU that played its part in my PC, keeping everything powered, even though it's a bad power supply, and probably I'm surprised it hasn't fried any of my parts, but it still did this job. All right, so you're gonna be getting torn out of my computer today. We're just gonna try to pull all of these out. I don't really know where most of these go. As you see, I use zip ties right here. Like, I'm gonna have to cut some stuff. Hold up. Alright guys, it's been a minute, but I finally got every single cord disconnected. Look at this braided mess, bro. Waste of space. This kind of reminds me of something. I just can't put my finger onto it.
I don't know.
Alright, now we're gonna get these screws out. There's 4 screws holding it in, and then we'll be on the home stretch, boys and gals. All you gotta do, very simple. Oh, I'm so scared. This is a power supply after all. It could blow up in my face. Now guys, when you're getting a power supply, try to avoid the no-name power supplies that no one has made reviews on. If you want to save money on parts and not get the most expensive stuff, I can understand that, but a power supply is something you should never skimp out on. You should never try to go cheap on the power supply, because it could short out your components. It could cause a lot of damage, all right? And you don't want that. So do not cheap out on your power supply. Since I did buy a power supply with a rating, a gold rating, the gold rating represents the efficiency of the power supply, meaning that this is way more efficient in taking power from the wall and bringing it to the computer than this was, since this doesn't even have a rating. Actually, the one I have is 600 watts.
Go break.
What that rating means is that it will consume less power from the wall, take less power. It will be more efficient in powering my GPU, my CPU, the entire computer. And that means it'll be less on the power bill. Now, it won't be that much less on the power bill, but it will be less and it will be more efficient. And hopefully it will not turn off the computer while I'm trying to play or edit or do schoolwork. While we have the freaking case this empty, I rarely have it this empty. You see this dust? Guys, I just dusted this thing out and it's already dusty again. It's crazy how dusty these computers get. I'm gonna quickly dust it down. I'm supposed to be getting an air blower tomorrow, so I'm still gonna have to use my brush, but for right now, I don't mind that. I'm trying to get this over with. Alright, the cable management is managing somewhat. We're just gonna go ahead and put in the power supply right now. I mean, I'm not done. As you can see, I still got all this junk. I can't believe I did a horrible job cable managing last time, but I think I'm gonna put in the power supply because that's what I'm gonna have to do in order to finish cable management. Now that I've dusted out the computer and done all that, we're gonna open this sucker up, do a little unboxing. Alright, this is the VMG 750 Rosewill 750 watt power supply, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna get this thing open, and yes, I am doing this with one hand. I don't know why I don't have a stand yet, but ooh, look at this. Installation. If replacing an existing PSU in the system, you will first need to remove the old PSU. Please proceed as follows. Disconnect the AC power cord from your existing power supply unit. Disconnect the power supply from all components. Remove 4 screws in the rear. Making sure IO switch is off. Install power supply unit, propane splash. Connect 24 pin. Blah blah blah. Okay. The basics. Okay. Got a nice little manual. Specifications. So this is just list how much output and like things like that of the power supply. They also have other models up here. So this is the 850 watt, 1000 watt, the big boy. I don't know why they have that up there. I guess they just want you to know the other stuff for reference, maybe. They also tell you what connectors comes with. All right. Ooh, sticker? Is this a sticker? Yeah, this is a sticker. Comes with a sticker too. Okay. Zip ties and screws. I already have screws, but that's pretty cool of them. This big bag of cables. Now, important tip. I'm sure you've heard this like a million times, but if you're switching from another modular power supply, do not use the same cables. Use the cables that come with the new power supply because you can break your computer. Now, I can't do that because my freaking power supply is not modular. I got all these freaking braided cables. But if you're upgrading from another PSU and it's modular, do not use the same cables. Use the one that come with the new PSU, okay? You can break something in the new cord. Ooh, look at this. Fancy, so black. Ooh, yes. Black like me, okay. And then, last but not least, the power supply itself. Listen, I think this is fancy. It might not look fancy, but I think it's fancy. Compared to what I had, this is fancy. All right. Okay. I like the design. It looks pretty cool. Got like one fan. Oh, got the ratings on the bottom. Or, yeah, bottom. Oh my god, this thing smells fresh. You ever like smell like fresh PC components? Like it has a smell to it. Kind of like a brand new phone. Oh my god, this thing is straight from the factory. I can tell. It smells so fresh. All right, so before I install it, they want to make sure that this switch right here is on the off. This is the O is the off, the I is the on. And let's also make sure that it can fit. Yep. Can fit. Wait. Can it fit? I guess. I'm gonna get this screwed up. No destroy lonely. And then I'm gonna let y'all know.
Guys, love yourself. That's all I gotta say. If you look in the mirror and hate yourself, love yourself. Yes, you should love yourself now. Yes, you should.
Alright. So what we're gonna need is one motherboard cable, one CPU cable, one GPU cable. Okay, this is kind of confusing. These cables feel good though. Everything feels good. I like it. Doesn't feel like cheap, you know. Okay, here's the motherboard cable. So we're gonna need the motherboard. That's the motherboard right there. So you cannot get confused. You're gonna need a CPU. Okay, CPU cable. This goes to the motherboard at the top left of the motherboard. This is where it gets confusing, chat. I don't want to plug nothing up wrong. Okay, I think this is it. PCIe. This is for the power supply. That's what I'm gonna need for the power supply. Okay. So this is where I was getting confused. It said PSU. I thought the whole cord said PSU. But PSU, where it says it, that's the side the power supply plugs into. Okay. Remember that. Remember that. All right. Also, SATA cables. I'm gonna need a few of those. I hope they got enough. I got a lot of SATA cables. That's all we need, chat. Put everything back in here. I will definitely not be needing this. All right, quick tutorial real quick. All right, so when you get your first modular PSU, you're gonna see all this junk. You might look confused, probably because you didn't read the freaking manual, like a beanzo. All right, I'm just gonna explain it just in case. All right, so
this is motherboard, pretty obvious. MB. This is CPU/PCIe. Remember the 4-pin header I was talking about? Not 4-pin, but 8-pin power thing on the motherboard. That's for this and the GPU. This is for the SATA cable / the peripheral, and then this is for the special NVIDIA power supplies that take that. Okay, you won't be needing that if you don't have an NVIDIA GPU. God, I said power supply, really? When does NVIDIA make power supplies?
When I met you in the summer, to my heartbeat sound.
fam, who's gonna tell me getting this freaking motherboard thing in the power supply is gonna be so hard? It's just a little bit more. Like, oh my gosh, it does not want to go in. Look, I'm trying to pull it out so I can push it back in. And the thing don't even want to come out. Like, this is harder than putting it in a motherboard. Like, jeez. I haven't even got past the first corner. My thumb. My thumb, bro. It's so red. I'm gonna try some more, bro. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look up a video. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Alright, after a little bit of effort, I managed to get this stubborn little cable in here. It's still a slight gap, but this clip is seated. This clip is down, so I guess this should be fine. I also got my CPU and my SATA. Now, one thing I didn't know about this SATA that comes with the PSU is that it has like, it branches into different ones, which is cool because now I only have to use one. I thought I had to use multiple, kind of like this one. It kind of just has its own endings, but this just kind of has like infinite. Jeez. But yeah, let's get this in the PC and get this thing powered on. Jeez, bro. Oh my god. Alright guys, I finally have everything cable managed somewhat. Hey, rate the cable management 1 through 10, bro. You already know, bro. Look at this, bro. I don't know, I think I did pretty good this time around. I mean, it could be some fixes here and there, but I think I did pretty good. I was gonna use extensions, but to be honest, these are kind of stiff and these are way more slimmer. It makes it look cleaner in the front, in my opinion. As you can see, got the CPU cord up there, way more discreet. I like that, so I'm just gonna keep it. And yes, I'm gonna get this dust, don't worry. But first I'm gonna see if it powers on. I'm kind of scared because I feel like I forgot something, and I really hope I didn't, because if I forgot something or did something wrong, there's a chance that it could catch on fire. Like I said, this isn't in all the way. The clip is clipped in, but it kind of poked right back out. So I'm kind of scared, but hopefully nothing happens. Hopefully it turns on. All right, chat, hold up, let me reposition this PC. Out with the old, in with the new. Let's plug it in and see if it works. Bro, I'm so pumped right now, but anything could happen. Oh yeah, that just snapped in place. See, look, you cannot wiggle that. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1. It's powered on. Okay, it's on. It's powered on. Moment of truth. Did I do good? Any fires? Any heat? No heat. The PSU's fan is spinning, bro. Yes, sir. Look at that. Power right on, bruh. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. I guess yep, that's spinning too. Let's go, bruh. I did that right. I did everything right first try, bruh. What you talking about? Made sure to get these in. This I had to twist at an awkward angle. Kind of looks janky, but hopefully that's okay, I guess. Now I have to dust out the rest of the PC, and I don't like that, but it's okay. Alright guys, I'm impressed. And last but not least, let's do the test. Let's see how sensitive this is. Let's see. So remember my other power supply, my last one, you could just wiggle it and the whole thing turns off. Let's see if it does that. I'm wiggling it. Stiff. That thing ain't going nowhere, bruh. Let's go, bruh. You know what? Going into this, I was not expecting much. I was like, you know what, power supply, and it's gonna be kind of boring upgrade, changing this part. But I'm pumped, bro, because now I don't have to deal with my junk turning off randomly, and I'm actually happy. This is a cool upgrade. I enjoy doing this, minus the cable management part. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed, like and subscribe. If y'all learned anything new. Oh, and stay tuned. I have a GPU upgrade coming soon.